Introduction. Can anyone tell me the meaning of geometry?
It is the oldest branch of mathematics.
Yes, but can you define it? Anyone else?
Geometry is the study of shapes and sizes in various dimensions.
Correct. There are many kinds of geometry, like Euclidean geometry, non-Euclidean geometry, coordinate geometry, etc. Today we will learn about coordinate geometry. Let's start. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand the concept of coordinate geometry, explain the Cartesian system, measure the perpendicular distance of a point from coordinate axes, plot a point in a plane if its coordinates are known, define the terms used in coordinate geometry. Definition. Grid. A pattern of horizontal and vertical lines, usually forming squares. X-axis. A horizontal number line on a grid. X is the shortest and likes to lie down horizontally. Y-axis. A vertical number line on a coordinate. Y is the tallest and stands upright or vertically. Coordinates. An ordered pair of numbers that give the location of a point on a grid. 3, 4. Definition of coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is the study of geometrically representing ordered pair of numbers. The system of describing the position of a point in a plane or coordinate geometry was initially developed by René Descartes. This system is often called Cartesian system. Cartesian system. A Cartesian coordinate system, also known as rectangular coordinate system, can be used to plot points and graph lines. It is basically a set of two number lines, the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-coordinate is also called the abscissa. The y-coordinate is also called the ordinate. The coordinates are enclosed in brackets, writing the x-coordinate first followed by y-coordinate. The center or intersection of the two axes is equal to 0, 0. Terms used in Cartesian system. Before going further, let's look at some definitions. A number line is a straight line on which integers are marked as evenly spaced points. Origin. A number line is divided into two symmetrical halves by a fixed point called origin, that is, the number 0. Coordinate plane. It is a two-dimensional plane in which every point is identified with exactly one number and vice versa. It is also known as the xy plane. Coordinate axis. The x and y axis in both positive and negative directions are collectively called coordinate axes. Quadrants. The axis divides the plane into 4 quadrants. In quadrant 1, x and y are positive. In quadrant 2, x is negative but y is positive. In quadrant 3, x and y are negative. In quadrant 4, x is positive but y is negative. Measurement of perpendicular distances of a point from coordinate axes. Let us now learn how to measure the perpendicular distance of a point from the coordinate axes. Measure the perpendicular distance of a point A from x and y axis. Solution. Draw perpendicular AM on the x-axis and AN on the y-axis. We can see that the perpendicular distance of the point A from the y-axis measured along the positive direction of x-axis is AN is equal to OM, which is equal to 2 units. And the perpendicular distance of the point A from the x-axis measured along the positive direction of y-axis is AM is equal to ON is equal to 3 units. Finding the coordinates. Write down the coordinates of the point A from the following plane. Step 1. X-coordinate of point A is -3. Is its perpendicular distance from y-axis measured along x-axis as shown. Step 2. Y-coordinate of point A is 5. Is its perpendicular distance from x-axis measured along y-axis as shown. Step 3. Now, enclose the coordinates in brackets by writing the x-coordinate first followed by y-coordinate. Thus, the coordinates of point A are -3, 5. Did you know? Sir Isaac Newton was the first to use negative coordinates in a collection of figures and graphs of polynomials of the third degree. Coordinate geometry was also called as analytical geometry in classical mathematics. That is, the study of geometry using a coordinate system and the principles of algebra and analysis. Did you know? Sir Isaac Newton was the first to use negative coordinates in a collection of figures and graphs of polynomials of the third degree. Coordinate geometry was also called as analytical geometry in classical mathematics. That is, the study of geometry using a coordinate system and the principles of algebra and analysis. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Coordinate plane, XY plane, is a two-dimensional plane in which every point is identified with exactly one number and vice versa. The horizontal line of the plane is called the x-axis and the vertical line is called the y-axis. The coordinate axes divide the plane into 4 quadrants. The distance of a point from the y-axis is called its x-coordinate or abscissa, and the distance of the point from the x-axis is called its y-coordinate or ordinate. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. The coordinates of a point are of the form plus plus in quadrant 1, minus plus in quadrant 2, minus minus in quadrant 3, and plus minus in quadrant 4.